There's this argument that I see a lot online, and it's that poor people are bad with their money. And if the government were to give them some in the form of welfare, they'd end up blowing it on alcohol or lottery tickets or Big Macs. It's very funny to me that the rich people that always say stuff like that buy stupid shit like this all the time. But anyways, let's talk about this argument. The ones that claim that poor people are bad with their welfare income are usually pretty capitalist themselves, as in they believe that markets are a great way of organizing economic activity because individuals have a set budget and they go to a marketplace to buy goods and services, and it gives them the maximum amount of utility or satisfaction because the people that are buying these things are rational agents, according to neoclassical economics. And this is where the irony comes in. Why is it that proponents of this type of economics believe that as soon as you give a poor person transfer income or welfare, they're incapable of maximizing their utility in the way that they want to, as they usually would with income that they receive from the market? Friends of the pod, James Medlock and Paul Williams, put it best when they said that these type of people want to have it both ways. They want to hold on to the usefulness of their microeconomic models, but throw out its assumptions when they're paternalist, as in paternalist means, the government directing how people spend their welfare money. So when their paternalist ideology gets in the way. So if we trust people to maximize their well-being with labor income, as in money they get from working for someone, we should also trust them with welfare income. And even if you didn't, and even if you think my arguments are total junk, the empirical evidence is on my side. A 2017 meta-study of over 19 different studies finds that when people in poverty are given cash transfers, they actually end up spending less on temptation goods. Things like tobacco or alcohol. Turns out that when you give them money, they tend to make better choices. And this has been found in different studies too. We can look at the consensus reached on the 2015 Canada Child Benefit that finds that most households, in particular lower income households, increase spending on educational resources like tuition and educational supplies like computers with their cash transfers. A study on the German childcare benefit reached a similar conclusion. Turns out when you give people money, they end up spending it on things like food and improving the housing conditions of their children. At the end of the day, the argument is really simple. People in poverty, when pulled out of poverty through cash transfers, will make decisions that tend to maximize their well-being. And if we're to move ahead with expanding the welfare state, we should let them.